Are you tired of staying in the same rank and not ranking up? Are you putting all your effort in to get no result? I've been there and done that, so allow me to help you. I have reached Immortal 3, so I know a little bit. I'm going to share a concept that will elevate your game and help you rank up, and I will also give you a bonus tip at the end. First off, let's get this straight. Your teammates are not the reason you're a HARDSTUCK, and neither are Smurfs. You are the problem. You are the common variable that is in every single game you play. Way too many people think they're special. People think that somehow they're out of luck, that they only get horrible teammates whilst also playing against a bunch of Smurfs. But that is not true. If there's so many bad teammates, then you'll get them in your team and in the enemy team an equal amount. Same goes for Smurfs. This is a limiting belief. Once you understand that this is cap, you can begin climbing out of your rank. With that out of the way, let me tell you the real reason you're HARDSTUCK. I see this common mistake even in Immortal 3, and it's that you aren't playing for info. You might wonder, why is info so important, or what is it that I don't know? This video is kindly sponsored by Valorant Tracker, which is an app that can help you climb the ranks. You can see your most important statistics, which agents you perform best on, which maps you might need to practice more on. You can even find guides for every agent, all in one place. If there's a lineup you need, Valorant Tracker's got your back. One of my favorite parts about the app is how you're able to see your Premier stats. I mean, we're all trying to qualify for playoffs in Premier, so staying on top of our weaknesses is a must if you want to win. As you can see, my team is way better on attack than defense on bind. Yeah, we definitely need to work on that. If you also want this app, you can download Valorant Tracker for free with the link down in my description. Have you ever played a similar position to this on defense? On the surface, this doesn't look that bad. After all, you're on defense, right? Well, that's where you're wrong. In fact, there's an endless amount of reasons on why this is awful. By playing so far back, you're not getting any info, not contesting any space, and you're being reactive. In this video, I'll be mainly focusing on the info aspect. Info is the difference between winning and losing. Info is the difference between running into a 5-stacked site or an empty site. But to get info, you need to be proactive, meaning what you don't want to be is reactive. There will always be some downtime, especially on defense, but despite that, you need to be contributing with some kind of value to the team constantly. You can't just hide and look at a wall. Then you might as well stay in spawn. The better play would be to use utility to get info like Cyphercam, Skyflash, Raze Boombot. If you don't have utility or want to save it, you can always geopeek or jump spot. But you need to be very careful. If done every single round, you'll become predictable, giving the enemies an advantage. Therefore, it's important to mix things up. To get the most value out of your info, it is so important to call it out to your team. When trying to get info, it is risky to try and push in order to get a flank. Get the info and play safe. Either you rotate or call for your teammates to rotate. By doing this, you drastically decrease the amount of times you have to play retake. Playing retake is difficult and oftentimes low impact, because every kill in a round drops in impact more and more for every kill. First blood is what's most important, then the second kill, and so on. If you get info and can rotate early, you'll be where the action is, allowing you to get early impact kills. This concept applies for attack as well. When attacking a site, it is important to gather info to get a grasp of how many enemies are on the site. Use utility to find out where people are, but also to find out how many are on the site. Pushing without info and a plan is a setup for failure. At that point, you're gambling. Instead, we want to take informed decisions. Additionally, if you press tab during every pre-round, there's info to be gained. Keep track of the enemy's economy, but also their ultimate points. If the enemies have a chamber ult available, you might want to be careful. Now to the bonus tip I promised earlier, which applies to this. When playing attack, you want to keep track of where the enemies play. If the enemy team has a Cypher and a Sage on B, then you might want to go A, for example. It might not seem like much, but by keeping track of the enemies, you can spot their habits and counter. Another example would be, say that the enemy Sova always places his dart on the same spot. You can call this out for your team, allowing you all to hide and push after the dart. Info is the invisible golden play. Your enemies won't know what hit them.